Oh, sorry that I'm late.
It's okay.
I wasn't sure if that was like, I didn't know that you were using a different
Yeah,
account. So I was like, I don't know. I was not sure if I should
yeah.
accept it. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. How was your
It was
weekend?
good. Um, Wonderful. I didn't do anything.
That's a great weekend.
It is.
That's an ideal weekend.
I decided to just choose my peace this
That's
weekend.
great.
Yeah,
Right. Thank
yeah,
you so much for joining us tonight. I was thinking we could just dive in. I know that you've accomplished so much in your career. You're a rapper, comedian, internet sensation.
yeah.
So I was hoping we could just start off by talking about your music career, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Could you begin by telling me a little bit about yourself and your journey into the music industry?
Yeah. So originally I'm a rapper first, a music artist first, because I put a lot of thought into my music. I don't just do this bubblegum rap that we got today. No talent, you know what I'm saying? And really, I fell in love with doing music at the age of 9. I wrote my first rap when I was 9, so I've really been doing this a long time. And so I look at myself like a student, like just learning from other rappers and mistakes that they made, learn from their mistakes, and just watching a student. You know what I'm saying? And I got better. I got better. Um, but back then I didn't like my rap voice though, because as a kid, my voice didn't start getting deep until I was like 18. So, and I always been a rapper, so I just had to maneuver with it. But when I found my voice, yeah, I took it there definitely. And then I'm also funny, so it's just like I got two
Hmm.
talents. Yeah.
Was there any like specific thing that like sparked your interest in music, or did you kind of get into it on your own?
Yeah, the first song that uh made me love music is Tupac, Hail Mary. Have you ever heard that song?
I don't think
Come
so. Maybe.
with me, Hail Mary. Run quick, see what do we have here now? Do
Wait,
you
maybe I
want to run?
have. I'll make sure to listen to it after
All
this.
right, all right, let's
I'll
do it.
add to
Let's do it.
make sure. That's so cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have any other like inspirations or mentors when you were first starting out?
My uncle rapped, and my mom. My mom is a rapper too, but they just never really chased it though. You know what I'm saying? But they were really good rappers. My mom got a few verses that's fire, and so did my uncle. But I said, I'm about to chase this. So yeah, those were my inspirations for sure.
And at what point did you decide to pursue music professionally?
All my life, I
I know
literally
that
have
you
a
got.
whole.
I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, it's okay.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Um, you good? I got a whole catalog. I have a whole catalog of music, and it's all good. Not one bad song. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I got one of those catalogs that you hear one project, you got to go hear the rest of them because they just that good.
And I know that you got your start on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Uh huh.
How long? At what age did you start like posting on there?
Uh, I dropped my very first mixtape on SoundCloud. Um, the first out of 8, like 8 projects in 2018. Was that 2018 or 2016? 2016. It was called Before the Fame, which is crazy. Before the Fame. And that was my first body of work. And I had CDs, selling the CDs out the trunk. Um, $5 a CD. I think I sold like 1,000, made like $5,000. So that was cool. Like
Okay.
people really paying for my CDs. Yeah, it was cool.
That's so amazing. I know that you've done a lot of
Yeah.
collaborations. Who are some of like your like favorite people you've collabed with? I know that you've worked with like NBA YoungBoy and like you've done so many exciting things. Like,
Yeah.
who are some of your favorite collabs?
Music wise,
Yeah.
uh, definitely NBA YoungBoy, but you know, we didn't really work. It was sent to me,
Hmm.
like, so we wasn't in the studio working on that, but definitely highlighted my career. I'll tell you that. Really, let me see. I don't really have. I really just do my music really on my own. Oh yeah, I had this artist under my label called Greedy Team, um, and we did this freaky song called "What You Missing." And if you look up Timmy Shelto and you scroll through my catalog, you're gonna see us both wearing blue and we both smiling in the picture. And it's we sample LL Cool J, and it's a really slow jam in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing to that, and she was my artist, and we both killed that song. You know, she no longer raps for the moment no more. She has some twins, but she about to come back on the scene. But I would say Tia. Her name is Tia Boo. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
At what point did you transition from just posting on SoundCloud to like other platforms like Spotify and Apple Music?
Um. My project after that called Empty Plate, which is a EP. It got 6 songs on it. That was like my first project I dropped on all platforms, and it actually is a very classic project in my region. Everybody know them songs. You know what I'm saying? And I got my my most infamous song at the time called Fishing, and I did a it's like a corny little catchy song that I just some funny stuff. So sometimes my music is serious, and when I do comedy, I stick to comedy. When I do music, I stick to music. Like it's serious, and my comedy is not serious. But I decided to make a funny song called Fishing, and I did a dance. Basically, you fishing for girls,
Hmm.
and a lot of people. It's critically acclaimed. It's kind of silly. Go listen to it. It's funny.
Yeah. Would you ever consider like incorporating your comedy into music in the future? Or do you prefer to just keep those separate?
Uh, I mean, I did with that song. And can I cuss on here? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. It's just one word I want to say. It's two
Go
comedy.
ahead.
It's another comedy song I recently made, but I really made it for a skit, but then I posted it on all platforms, and people be bumping it in their car. But it's called Motherfucker. It's funny. It's catchy.
I'm so
Sometimes I
excited to
grab.
listen to that.
Yeah, listen to it. It's called Motherfucker, just like that. And it was for a skit. But sometimes I make a funny song here and there. But most of my music is serious
And what does your creative process look like when you're creating a new song or body of work?
though. Create a new body of work. I really just write about what I go through with everyday life. You know what I'm saying? Just I just I don't know. Sometimes I write about my problems that I'm going through, which I've been doing a lot lately because I've been working on my best music to date right now. And it's getting a little more personal with the music that's about to come out. Like I'm talking about I got 3 kids. I got twin boys and a girl, so I'm talking about like the how it is raising them. I'm talking about the problems that I'm going through right now. I'm just writing it down, but it's just not all problems. I'm writing some fire hits too. That just
Mhm.
club bangers or what have you. But
Do you have a specific like song that you're most proud of or like feels like represents you the most?
yeah, it's called Battery. Called Battery. That's a specific song
Hmm.
that I'm very proud of. I feel like I performed that song like very well as far as recording it, and like I rap really good on there. Like that was some of my best writing. It's called Battery, and it's on my project titled "Off the Porch," and I dropped that in 2023. But it's Battery.
Is there a
Look that up.
specific, oops, sorry. Is there a specific reason why that song like sticks out to you? Or is it just because you feel like you perform it well and like know it well? Or is there like
Yeah,
another?
it's basically that song. It's a little more deeper. It's like I said, it's yeah, it's deeper and it has more of a meaning to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I put it in a lane with Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares, and it's really two totally different songs. But the way he rapped his heart out on there, and it resonated very well in the world. That's how that song kind of is.
Can you tell me a little bit about your most recent album, Lost Files?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know
Um,
that came out like in February.
mhm. That's actually funny you asked that because I have two projects that that were specifically on SoundCloud that I dropped, and they both like full length projects. And the reason why I didn't drop it on all platforms is because all of the songs were not cleared, the samples, and I didn't want to put the uncleared sample songs. I didn't want to leave those off of the project because I want you to listen to the project the way that I designed it. So if it's 14 songs on there, but 6 of them can't be on all platforms, I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna put it on all platforms. I want you to hear those 6 in order how I planned it, like how how I did it. And so they were sitting on SoundCloud for a while, most of the time. But and I think both those two projects on SoundCloud are about like 6 years old, 5 years old, something like that. But a lot of those songs are very good, and they should be on all platforms. So I said, all right, I'm going to pick 14 songs off those 2 albums that I can clear and just make it into a project to put it on all platforms. And that's why it's called Lost Files. Yeah.
Because it's, oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I did
So
not
it's
know
like,
that.
yeah, it's like older songs, but they still sound great.
Hmm. So
Yeah.
did you do anything? Did you re-record them or did you just take them straight off of?
Took them straight off SoundCloud and put it on every platform raw. Cause all my music all my music is very professionally recorded.
Mhm.
Like they all sound good. Every song I've ever recorded gets mixed and mastered. So it's like they already sound good. So I just put them on.
Mhm.
They don't sound old, you know.
No, that it doesn't. I had no idea.
Right.
It did not sound old at all.
Yeah.
When you're creating like a new body of work like that, I mean, I guess that's not like a new
Hmm.
body of work, but do you prefer working independently or do you prefer working with collaboratively with a team?
No, it's all me. It's me and I have a producer that makes all my beats, and that's my god brother, and he makes all my beats. Any song that's mostly 95% of my beats he makes. So that's my team. He just flood my email with a bunch of beats, and sometimes he challenges me, you know what I'm saying, sending me different kinds of beats, you know, for me to get out of my comfort zone and write to that, you know.
Yeah.
And no, it's just me. I write all my songs. I come up with everything. I got a lot of different styles. So like I can switch it up anyway. Like I have a million flows, a million sounds. I make my voice sound different on different beats. It's crazy.
Um, who are some of your like inspirations for your music now? Like I know you say you have like a lot of sounds, but like who are some of the people who are inspiring you right now?
Right now, I would say it's actually 2 specific rappers I could say right now. One of them is Big X the Plug. You know who that is? He
I
like
think so, actually.
a heavier set, dark skinned
Mhm.
fella. One of his songs go like, "Safe to say I'm the biggest, the largest." Like you ain't never heard that.
I don't think I've
what,
heard that.
what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to all kinds of music. I have listened. Oh my gosh, I have listened to Big X the Plug though, so
Yeah.
I roughly know like
Hmm.
what his music is like. But I listen to like everything.
You listen to hip hop a lot though? Is that your main?
No, definitely not my main, but I do dabble.
Yeah. You know who Larry June is?
I don't know.
Yeah. He a rapper that makes healthiness sound cool. And that inspired me. So he another person that inspired me. Like he still talk about all the, you know, rapper stuff, but he adds a little bit of different flavor in his music, talking about different things. Like he teaches you stuff in his music, and it's make it sound cool. Like I like that. So that inspired me to like talk about different stuff, like give people game and teach them stuff while they're enjoying the song. You get what I'm saying? Oh
Yes.
yeah, that's an inspiration to me.
What inspires you when you're like writing new lyrics? Because I know that like that inspires you. Like, where do you get that inspiration for when you're writing?
You want to know something? You
Yes.
this is the first time I'm ever saying it.
Okay.
Period. I hate writing. I hate writing. I know how to write. I'm great at writing, but I just be so like I be dragging my ass to write because I don't be feeling like it. That's the thing. Like it's like um what is it called when you keep putting something off?
Procrastination.
Procrastination. I
Yeah.
always procrastinate. Like I'm supposed to be working on my album right now. Like I know, man, and it's just like, but when I actually sit down and start doing it, I get it done. I just need to sit down and do it. But I hate writing. I just got to sit down and do it. But when I do it really good. So
Is there like, do you have any like specific rituals or anything that like helps you get in the zone for writing, or do you just
hmm
kind of force
that's
yourself to sit down and like go through go through
that's
it?
a good question. Um, I can't be. Well, I can, but I like to be outside looking at stuff like trees and like I like to go to the beach or it's just a little rooftop. I'm from Gary. I'm not from
Mhm.
Chicago. I don't know if anybody knew that, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
from.
think I do. You still live in Gary, or do you?
I live in Gary, Indiana, but everybody that I be networking with is in Chicago
Yeah.
because that's where the market is. That's where the people that do what I do is. That's where that's where people chasing the same thing I'm chasing. I need to be around that. In Gary, we don't have a lot of that. So, but um, yeah, I like to be at the studio and write. I like looking at the colors, the lights, the mic. I like just looking at all of that while I write. Like it's motivating to me. But being at home is just like it. If I do write at home, it's crazy. If I write at home, I'll just like walking, back and forth, wall to wall. So I just be walking, thinking of my lyrics, like, okay, write that down. Like I can't be sitting down writing. I gotta walk. I don't know. I never told nobody that. Nobody knows that. But yeah, I like walking wall to wall. I walk to the kitchen, then walk back to the other window, then walk in my room, then walk in the bathroom. That's how I get the
That
brain.
makes total sense.
Yeah.
I have to do the same thing. I have to be moving all the time.
That's
So
crazy. Yeah.
I wish I could do these interviews like walking around. I feel like
You can.
I know, but then I like it might be like I'm going everywhere. The lighting might be weird,
I
but I
understand.
definitely my brain works better when I'm walking. So
Yeah.
definitely
I,
a thing.
I want to get up and walk right now,
I
but
know, me too.
yeah.
Like I'm kicking my feet. I'm
I got the lighting
excited.
set up right here and stuff. So
Um, what advice would you give to someone who's just starting off their music career?
music career. Okay, so it's like it's a little more easier, way more easier today because you could just make it off any type of anything now. Like all you gotta do is just go viral, or you got the power of the internet now. It's not how it was back in the day when um when you used to get discovered.
Mhm.
You know, like rapping at a talent show, or you know, just it's so more. It used to be more hands on. Somebody would come discover you, then take you where you need to go to get on. Now you can get on through your phone. So you could take the route of trying to go viral or whatever to get your fans or whatever, but that don't last that long. I'm gonna be honest. Getting hot real quick, because the faster you go up, the faster you can fall. I took the different approach, which is which is staying consistent and slowly building a fan base because they're following your every move. They became a fan of this song. Now they're waiting for your next song. Now you have a project. Okay, I like the 2 songs he just dropped, so I'm gonna listen to his project. And if your project's good, you have a fan. So then okay, now they start following me, waiting for my next drops. And I like to slow and then so if I build 100 fans, I cater to that 100 fans, and then it grows slowly. I like that because they resonate with you more when they watching you grow. So I've grown a lot since the beginning of my music to now. Like I found my sound, I found my voice. I'm more comfortable with it. I'm a very seasoned music artist. So they see that now. They see where I came and see where I'm at. So now they're rooting me on more, and really what promotes me is word of mouth. Word of mouth, meaning, hey man, you gotta check out Timmy Shelton. His stuff is hot. A lot of people be walking up to me like, yeah, somebody put me on to your stuff. That means so much to me when somebody actually tells somebody about me, because that means I'm really doing good. If you're telling, or and a lot of people like play my music in the car with their friends, and people be shazamming my music too, which is cool as hell. And I just like building a fan base organically, not the viral way.
Mhm. And I know you've been making music for so long. Do you have any tips on like staying consistent with that?
On staying consistent with what? I'm sorry.
Um, like staying consistent with like building your career in like a gradual like way, building that fan base like organically.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it organically. I actually signed a deal before too. That's what people don't know. I signed a deal before. Um. I had signed to Dex Millions. He from Chicago, and he put a lot of Chicago people on, and he saw me. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me to come all like he was hosting some type of like audition thing where he in a room with a whole bunch of label executives and people with money, and you have to stand in line and then go and perform a song as if you were on stage. And I went there and I did it, and, and by the end of the day, he sent me a message and said, welcome to the label." But you know, it was fun while it lasted. But it ended up just not working out. So that's cool. Would I sign another deal? Um, I don't know, because it's just kind of like I like owning my stuff. I like owning my masters and owning my music
Mhm.
100%. But so right now I'm just building my name up to a better standard so that I can get more money. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That I deserve. I'm just building my name up higher and making my worth bigger.
And how have you like stayed consistent with that over the course of your career and just like staying like locked in towards your goals?
Um, man, my ambition. My ambition. Like I really every day I wake up, it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to give up on your dreams and give up on your passion. But it's like I did all this work 10 plus years, and I have already built my fan base up. So what's the point of stopping? My big break could be tomorrow. Like you working, doing all this work. Why stop? Like, if you digging for gold, right? And you just digging, and you just feel like you never gonna get the gold. And right when the gold is one more shovel in, you give up. It's right there. You know, so it's just like keep your ambition, stick to your ambition, follow your, you know, your dreams. Because, you know, I think a lot of people from my city um are very inspired by me because I never gave up.
Mhm.
I literally been doing this for so long. I spent my whole 20s doing this, and now I'm 30. So it's like, and I'm still doing it. And I think a lot of people are like, yo, he's really chasing his dreams. So
That's so
that's,
inspiring.
yeah. Thank you.
I was hoping we could dive into some of your comedy content now.
Yeah, let's do it.
How long have you been doing comedy for?
10 plus years. I actually was one of the first, um, like literally one of the first people doing content before it became so oversaturated. And now everybody's doing it. Literally, like I was supposed to be way bigger than I am, but I kept giving up. I'm not gonna lie. I kept taking breaks because at first I wasn't treating it like a job.
Mm.
It was just a hobby. Thank you. I see you many more years to come. I appreciate you. I see you down there. But at first I was just it was just a hobby. And being from Gary, Indiana, before I started converting to the Chicago wave and working with Chicago content creators and all that, which was like a few years ago, it was just me in Gary. Like that was really at first doing this. So it's just like, dang, I really wish I could have went live on my account so that way all my people can see this interview. Like, but really, yeah, I was one of the first one. I'm like a veteran
Yeah.
for
Did
real.
you
Like every
get your start on Vine or like?
yes, I was
Oh my
Vine famous.
gosh!
I was Vine famous. Like literally, who are some of your favorite Viners?
Wow.
King Batch.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like don't even remember anymore. But
yeah.
then if like you say them, I remember like the only one coming to my mind is like Lele Pons,
I remember
but she's
Lele.
like she was huge.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
so long ago. I was like really young
DC Young
when
Fly.
Vine was still around.
He started on Vine. DC Young Fly. He on Wild and Out now, but the dude that be roasting people. But
Mm.
yeah, like those are my peers. But really, everybody from my era back then blew up. Um, like blew up out of here. Like, um, because they was treating it like a job. I was treating it like a hobby. So
Mhm.
now I'm finally getting my recognition for it. So now it's kind of like I'm new to everybody. But it's just like, hey, I got to play the game.
Um, when did you first like realize that was like a passion? Like, was it always like you always had like a passion for performing, or did you just like were you like a class clown, or
Yeah.
all of
I'm not
it?
going to lie. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to specifically tell you what made me have a passion for making people laugh. In class, I'm sorry, I'm a little under the weather, but
That's
I'm
okay.
trying. But yeah, like when I made the whole class laugh, I fell in love with making people laugh.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh man, this is like I had all the girls liking me and stuff, like just for being funny. When you funny, you get a lot of opportunities when you're
Mhm.
funny. People, you're more likable. You know, it's just life is easier when you're funny. That's the best way I could put it. And then so but I wasn't the most popular in school. I was like neutral. A lot of people knew me, but you know, I got overlooked by the bougie kids,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? But when right after I graduated, I became popular as hell. like popular. Like I used to throw parties, and like people, if you ever came to one of my parties, you know you got to be at the next one if you missed the last one. Like people used to say, you ain't go to that Tenny party. Like if you remember, if you went to any of my parties, all of my parties were memorable. Like I had a mansion party before. It was just great. Like, and when I dropped Empty Plate, I also had CDs for the EP, and I was actually selling them there. So anybody that came in, they step over to the table, and I'm selling them CDs, and I'm signing them as well. And a lot of people still have them. I was signing them, like autographing them, just because I knew I was gonna be a big thing one day. So it's just like you sign, and people that bought one knew that I was gonna be big one day. So that's why
Yeah.
I signed it. And
That's so amazing. That's like manifesting.
yes, it is. It is.
Um, do you primarily just do like comedy skits or do you also do stand up or improv or anything else like that?
I just started doing stand up this year.
Oh my gosh. You do it in Chicago or
Um,
Gary?
I think I did it. I did it in a couple Illinois spots, open mics, just getting my feet wet, and I did good at every one. I didn't bomb once, so it's
That's
like
awesome. Do you prefer doing live comedy or videos?
I can't really answer that question yet because I'm
Yeah.
still like a beginner, so I don't know if I love it yet. But the times that I
That's
did
interesting.
it, I can definitely see myself loving it because
Oops, I think you're frozen. Oh, it's reconnecting. Hmm. Hello?
yeah, that's me. I think. Hold
You're better now. I
on. Yeah, my bars just went low. I don't
hmm.
know why.
I didn't have any issue the entire time. That was just that one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay. Well, glad you're back.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah. So basically, I think that I would like really like to get my feet more wet with the stand up, and somebody actually paid me to do stand up on June 29th. So I'm getting ready for that as
That's
well.
exciting.
And
Where?
it's in Hammond, Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah,
That
so
would be so
it's gonna
exciting.
yeah, and it's a lot of people that comes to his event, so it's gonna be some people.
Hmm.
But yeah, you should see me promoting it very soon.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, who are some of your like comedy inspirations?
Uh, Bernie Mac, Bernie Mac, Mike Epps, and Cat Williams. I look up to those people. Bernie Mac is the greatest to me. He's one of the greatest stand up comedians of all time, and how comfortable he is up there just definitely makes me want to be comfortable just as he was.
Yeah. Do you ever feel nervous when you're doing stand up?
uh, it's only for like the first 30 seconds and then it goes away. When I get when I get a feel for the crowd,
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, this will be easy. If they laugh at my first joke, it automatically goes away.
That's
And I'll
good.
just be like,
Do you have any,
got him. Yeah.
do you have any tips for people with like performance anxiety?
Um, yeah. Um, definitely being shy gets you nowhere. I tell that to everybody. It gets you absolutely nowhere. So get rid of that shy. Being shy don't do nothing for you. You got to get out here. You got to meet people. You got to see people. You got to be around people if you really want to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, you got to get rid of that shy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to learn how to not overthink it. Everybody looking at you, whatever. Enjoy it. You know, enjoy being the highlight of the topic of discussion. Everybody looking at you, so enjoy it.
That's great advice. And
Yeah.
what are your long-term goals for your comedy career?
Uh, uh, I would like to say, um, I want to be able to do an hour. Like, I want to be able to really do stand up for real, like in the best way possible. I'm
Mhm.
not gonna lie. Um, I want people to pay. My biggest goals for all of this is to make a living off of it. Just to make a living off of it. If people paying to come see me, I made it.
Mhm. And do you hope to someday like incorporate your like I think I've already asked a similar question, but like incorporate your music career into your comedy career or just keep that separate forever?
Um, I don't care to do that because my music is serious.
Mhm.
It's like,
How do you like keep those things separate?
uh, well, it's like it's my two separate talents. So it's just kind of like me being a Gemini. A lot of people say it's two sides of us.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
Really? Oh, when
Yeah,
are you? Oh, happy birthday! It's coming up. When is your birthday?
May 24th.
May? Oh, you a May Gemini. I'm
Yeah, are
June
you
2nd.
June? Okay,
Yeah,
we're so
yeah,
close.
yeah. We close. What year were you born?
2004.
Oh, you're young.
Yeah.
I'm 10 years older than you.
Oh my gosh.
But you're very smart though. Like
Thank you.
you're asking good questions. Like you conduct yourself well. I love it.
Thank you.
But yeah, like how do I keep them separate? I don't know. It's kind of like a superpower I have. It's just like when I'm doing music, when you listen to my music, you forget that I do comedy, and when you watch my comedy, you forget I do music. Like I try to keep them totally separate, and so far so good.
I definitely felt that when I was like watching your stuff. It's very versatile. I definitely wasn't thinking about the other side of your career when I was like listening to your music and watching your music videos and then um watching your comedy. I definitely like saw two different sides of you.
Definitely
So I think you do a very
mission
good job
accomplished.
with that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right. I know that you're from Gary, Indiana, but you work with a lot of people in Chicago. So how does the Chicago music scene and like comedy scene inspire you?
I'll tell you exactly how. I'm doing like comedy. I'm around people that's actually doing it every single day and treating it like a job more than I ever have, which is making me do that. And like I'm around big name people. I'm around well known people like Skin Bone, Uncle Hank, Big Lowdown, Burn Paul, all the comedy scene that's big in Chicago. I'm in the mix of that. So seeing how successful they getting, I'm learning from them. They're teaching me things, teaching me how to become monetized and what not to do, what to do. It's just like it's very inspirational being right next to these people while they're successfully doing it, and they're at the point where I'm trying to be, and I'm right behind them. So it's just like the tips that they've given me, I use them and it's helping. And you know, we don't got no comedy scene, so it's just kind of like I had to do what I had to do. I had to resonate on the Chicago side, and being around people that's chasing the same thing is the type of crowd you need around you. Yeah.
Absolutely. And my final question tonight is what does ambition mean to you?
Ambition means to me when you're chasing your passion every day, no matter what, through the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you just never giving up. They gonna love me for my ambition.
That's a
Ambition.
great answer. I definitely can see how that's influenced your career. I know you talked about it earlier, but
Yeah,
very inspiring.
definitely. Ambition is very important.
Mm. Do you have anything exciting coming up that you want to promote right now before we sign off for the night?
Yes, I'm working on my best album right now, and it's called Mr. Make It Happen. It's gonna be fire. Like I'm doing a whole party. I'm doing a release, an album release party. I think I'm gonna bring CDs back, sign it again, just so. I love when people pay money out their pockets for something because they know they're gonna enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna bring them back. Just people collect CDs now. They collect vinyls. They collect stuff. So I'm working on that. Um, I'm about to start working on my YouTube series. That's gonna be fire. It's gonna be some drama in it and some comedy. It's like a dramedy. Be looking for that and just keep looking at me flooding the timeline with all these comedy skits. I'm gonna just keep at it.
Awesome. That's so exciting.
Thank you.
I had such a great time talking to you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure.
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Is there anything else you want to add before we sign off?
Keep that ambition up, y'all.
Yes. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. All right.
Peace out.